How did you save your first 100K? 23M here, it's 1 a.m. and I'm contemplating my whole existence like usual. Just did the math, and if I save $500 a month for 10 years with a 7% annual return, I'll have close to 100K. Seems like my only viable option considering my career and future projection. Any better ideas? How'd you do it? I joined the Navy right after high school. Hit 100K at 23, saved like 60 to 80% of my income from 18 to 23. Edit. I should add that by save I mean mostly low-cost ETFs and 401k type savings plans. Not just sitting in a bank account losing value to inflation. There are 3 things you can do to assemble wealth faster. Manage outputs. In other words, reduce spending, live further within your means, leaving more to save. You'll start out pretty meager, and it may seem unreasonable, but that's because you're doing what others fail to do. You're making building personal wealth a priority. Increase inputs. Work towards a higher income. If you can make more money, you can save more. Taking a small amount to celebrate your hard work along the way, but keep on trucking. Invest. This is crucial. You need to get the money you save working for you. That's a rabbit hole for another discussion, of course. The main thing to know is there will be countless experts trying to sell/give you advice. It's your hard-earned money. You invest how you see fit using a trusted, proven advisor, not some schmuck parroting the company line. Do these 3 things over time, and your success is guaranteed. The time value of money is insanely powerful. You have time, you see the opportunity. Go get it. There's a lot of jargon, tons of people who know it all, and financial advisors who will try to get you to invest in whatever makes them the best commissions. So what to do? 1. Do not hang out in Wall Street bets, crypto, etc. thinking you'll get rich quick. The loudest rich guys are the loudest bullshitters. What you could do though is start a habit of watching Bloomberg surveillance. They broadcast for free on YouTube each day before the open. You probably won't understand a lot of what they're saying, but the thing is, if you keep watching, do some Googling on your own, ask people you trust questions, you will. 2. Explore the topics and investment ideas menus for some nice explanations of the basics. When you actually invest money for the first time, the impact will be real. You worked hard for that money and you damn sure don't want to gamble it away on some moonshot. That said, you have a long time horizon, meaning you can withstand a downturn pretty easily without affecting your end wealth value provided you're invested in quality. Check this stuff out and let me know what you think. Morningstar is always available, and when the markets open on Monday, the A-team at Bloomberg should be back to work and off we go with the new year. To directly answer your question, I see you in like an S&P 500 and NASDAQ ETFs followed by some well-placed mutual funds, depending on how much money you have ready to go. Then I'd set it up to automatically add money from your paycheck each week to your accounts. That's simple to do, and you should make your investment goals part of your household budget anyway. Fellow 25 years old here. If your company has a 401k match, take advantage of that. 100% return on your cash. Then, open a Roth IRA and max out yearly contributions. If you don't have an emergency fund, start by saving for an emergency fund, then circle back on investing your money. Keep emergency fund in a high-yield savings account. I have one with PNC getting 4.55% APY. When I was in my 20s, I got into construction and just worked all the time. If I wasn't working for the company I was doing side work. Broke 100K at 22 and 2 years later opened my own business, and now it's been 11 years since. I got in good with a company that required a lot of travel, but I was making like $3,200 a week at 19 to 20. It was insane money at the time and I didn't know what to do with it, so I just threw it in the bank. Drive a boring, clean but paid off car that gets you from A to B. Eat as much from the grocery store as possible. Don't buy designer anything. Slowly but surely your net worth will grow. If you can pick up a side hustle or extra work, that'll help as well. Live with roommates as long as possible, as that'll make your largest expense, housing, cheaper. Work harder than anyone in the right job to earn more. Live like a dog for a while to save more money, budget everything and stick with it. No dating until you are financially stable. Moved back home at 25 so I can go back to school and change my career. After graduating, I paid off my $30K student loan as fast as I could and started saving $4-5K a month before I moved out. I moved out last year when I was 29 with a little over $100K. Investing. I tend to spend if the money is sitting in my checking account, so I threw excess into investments. I max out my 401k/Roth IRA. When I still had money left over, I bought stock in a brokerage account. I bought APPL at $99 in 2008, I believe, and it's split many times since. I was halfway there with that one purchase alone. I also worked hard to get the job with the income that could support my lifestyle and family. I was making $40,000 out of college. I switched up after 2 years not getting anywhere by taking extra courses at night to train on software we use in my industry. After that I hounded my boss for a promotion with the training in my back pocket. Finally got promoted and I was at $100,000 per year soon after. I did that for a few years and hit a ceiling at the company. They wouldn't promote me, yet I was already occasionally doing the work of someone at a higher position than me. So I quit. With years of experience on my resume, I applied for a higher position in a new company. Now I was making double. As the years go by, I left that company to start freelancing since I now have a network of clients in my industry and I'm well known. Now I make triple and pay less in taxes by starting a corporation as a loan out for other companies. I started my own pension fund, SEP IRA, and deposited $1,000 every month. Since my position is unionized, along with starting my own pension fund, I also have my union pension and IAP, which are both entirely employer-funded. So basically I have two pension funds and an employer-funded IAP with a lump sum annuity of $100,000 currently and growing. Living with parents, increase monthly income, living below my means, limiting my checking account to only have $500, paying off credit card immediately transfer 50% to HISA once income hits the checking account, investing in broad index funds. Did that for 2.5 years. It helped build the discipline that I lacked in my 20s. I look at money very differently now. Everything is budgeted, including fun money, gifts, vacations. It's all automated. I got an old beater car for $500 in high school that lasted me 10 years. Parents paid for my tuition. Lived at home for a couple of years after college to save up money. Never bought expensive things I didn't need. Ate off the McDonald's dollar menus forever. Saved every penny. 500/M over 10 years with 7% return gets you $83K if you're starting at nothing. But 7% is probably too conservative, especially at your age. I'd assume 12% for your age, which would get you $105K. This is the best way to get wealth in my opinion. There are quicker ways, but those ways are also much riskier. If could see the future, I could make you a billionaire this month, but no one has a crystal ball. You're doing things the right way. These are your most important investing years. Put everything you can into investments without going into debt and you will retire early. I'm 37 and put in nearly 4x as much as you proposed, and will get far less of a return on my investment in retirement than you can right now. Time is by far the most important factor in investing. If I was in OP's shoes, I wouldn't recommend a set dollar amount per month, but rather a percentage of your gross salary. Save 10% of your gross salary to an emergency fund in a high-yield savings account until you have at least 3 months of expenses. This stops once you have 6 months of expenses saved up for emergencies. Save 15% of gross salary for retirement. If you can't do both at the same time, Cut the 401k back to just the company match level until emergency savings is funded. Best of luck. I worked 60 to 80 hours a week from 19 to 22 years old, was saving between 1k 1.5k per paycheck every 2 weeks, eventually got to 100k and then kept saving. Loved to see the savings grow until I purchased a home in 2018. Had about 145k in savings by then, used most of it for a down payment. People are talking about not dating, eating scraps, not living in general to hoard money. Have to live a little too. There's a happy medium. Save some, spend some. Don't forget to actually live. Man, some of you worry about money way too much. Enjoy life, you can't take it with you. Not every decision should be based around money. Do what makes you happy. Drive fast cars, date fast women, eat good food, travel. Be comfortable, not a greedy pig. Putting as much in my 401k at the time as I could afford an employee match. It grows much quicker than you expect. I turn 36 in a few days and have $250,000 in mine. Thanks for watching and being on the road to Reddit Millionaire with us. So, how did you save your first 100k? Or how are you planning to get there? Let us know. Until next one.